Anger, resilience, and ready-to-fight energy radiated last week in Washington, D.C. at the National Tribal College Week Summit after President Trump issued executive orders that could pause federal funds and shuttered a White House initiative aimed at giving tribal colleges access to the Education Secretary and direct impact on policy.
While we're settling and figuring out what the executive orders mean across the agencies, the real life impact for our TCUs is going to be felt immediately. Larger state institutions, they have alumni that they can draw from, they have endowments that they can draw from. Our TCUs don't have 6 months of funding. So a pause in funding that lasts 6 months means that we're losing faculty. A pause in funding for 6 months means that we're closing courses.
At the same time, the leaders pointed out that the president's across-the-board moves to end diversity initiatives were misguided in Indian country.
We're not an diversity equity initiative, but rather we're political entities. We're tribal sovereigns, and I think that has to be recognized in regard to interactions with us.
We're concerned about and really want to make sure that the incoming administration understands the importance of tribal colleges as nation builders and how we're connected to our tribes and the sovereignty that we really have.
And the leaders looked ahead to possible challenges to the president's moves.
And really trying to determine whether or not the authority is there for the executive office of our government. Does that executive office of the White House have the authority in order to do that work? Or is it really a congressional decision that needs to be made in regard to making changes that the executive office wants?
But it was clear the stakes are high.
Some of our TCUs have noticed that, or have noted that if it goes past 6 months, they might have to consider closing.
And the fight will be joined even in the absence of the now ended White House initiative for tribal colleges and universities.
It was short-sighted, and I think it was the wrong decision to rescind that. But we're still here. We're still meeting. We're still talking. We're still trying to get this work done on behalf of Indian country.
For ICT from Washington, D.C., I'm Jordan Bennett Begay.